I am 21 years old, writing to you from London.
Okay.
Firstly, I want to thank you for all of the advice you are giving us and asking that some wisdom may reach us and take me out of heedlessness. Sheikh, my ego has ruined me. I try to fight it, but I feel overpowered entirely, and I don't know how to get out of this. My biggest problem, I am ashamed to say, is the way I speak to my parents. It is not the way of a Muslim, but when I speak, my mind leaves my body, and I only come to realize my words after they've left my tongue. I am in need of your advice. Please help me out of this terrible predicament. It pains my heart that I am this way, and I hate it.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. When you are at that age, there is so much energy and so much power that is inside of you. I'm assuming you're a murid, no? As a man, especially men at that age, 21. At that age, so much power, so much energy, that is the age, let's say 19, 20, 21, that they choose you to go to war. That's the best age. And when you have all of that energy that is inside of you, and it is not the system, the way that you are living, your lifestyle, it is not pushing you to open up that energy to things that is according to your nature, according to what Allah and His Prophet is also showing to you, then is going to explode or is going to implode. At that age, in traditional Islam, the man is already married. At that age, in traditional Islam, the man is married, and the man now has children. Meaning now, with that energy, he has to learn how to become a leader. He has to learn how to become a caregiver. He has to learn now how to take care of lives, because now he's making his own little world. He's no longer thinking and living for himself. In so many systems, they say that is the age, a little bit earlier, that you are going to be, that is the age where you will be taught how to be the most irresponsible in your life. Isn't that in the system? The most irresponsible. Then later you settle down, but you've already stamped all those habits on you. So you are going to suffer until you reach your 40s and your 50s, because it takes a long time now to get rid of all those habits that you put on yourself when you're the most impressionable. The time when you have the most energy, the more that is a time when you pick up all these bad habits. It'll take you another 20 years to get rid of those bad habits. That's why they say midlife crisis, 40, 50 years. So then suddenly you think, what am I doing with my life? In Islam, they say that question must be asked once you achieve aql baligh, once you achieve maturity, because that is what a mature person asks, right? What am I doing with my life? Questioning, not just taking and doing what the society and what the social media or what your friends are telling you to do. So now, with all that energy, and you don't know what to do with it, and especially if you live with your parents now, because now the man is 20 years old and he wants to become a man. He feels that he's thinking, he's mature, he's making his own decisions, but he feels very controlled by his family. And it is natural for the family to control him, let's say, that way, because they've been telling him what to do, what to eat, when to sleep, all his life. Why should they stop? People are not thinking about so many things these days. They are not thinking also about the sunnah and how to put it in their lives. Most people take just cultural ways and they take the easy things in cultural things. But you know what? Cultural ways and cultural things, you must also think. You must also look. You must also challenge. You cannot just take something just because your father, your grandfather is doing it. It has to have meaning. You look, you challenge, and you say, this has meaning, keep it. Of course, keep it. But you look, you challenge, and you say, this doesn't really fit, and you think, you talk, you understand. Then, that time, certain things must change. Don't be rude to your parents, of course. But this is coming from so much energy that is inside of you in all these years, being told what to do. And they have a right to tell you what to do because you're living under their roof, you're eating their food. If you are paying rent, then you may have some rights. But I doubt you are. And in that situation, it is also difficult maybe for you to move out and to be independent because your actions are showing that you want to be independent. I don't want to say too much, otherwise people are going to say, I'm here and I'm trying to break up families. But the man is 21 years old. It is time for you to stand on your own 2 feet. You fall by yourself, you pick up by yourself, you will learn, you become more mature. But then if there are always people there to catch you when you fall, one day they're not going to be there, and one day you're going to fall very badly and you don't know how to pick up. And you know, your situation is very privileged because there are millions of people, millions, who don't have that privilege. As we are speaking right now, millions. So this is the thing that I was talking about, the question earlier. If you're not making comparisons, if you don't know what is happening now, if you don't know what happened before, then you're going to look at yourself to be the only one, the only person who is suffering, and the only one who is disconnected from everything else. Because no one is, you're thinking you cannot make any connection to anyone, no one can make a connection to you. That's what Shaitan wants. And it's very easy then for Shaitan just to put some idea into your head and for you to just finish yourself. But when you see yourself as part of this never-ending history, a history that was from pre-eternity and is going to post-eternity, then you have very huge value to your Creator and you have huge meaning in your life right now. So, how are you going to be patient? You're going to be busy. Busy with other things. You are 21 years old. Okay, you go to school, study more. Be busy more. If you have time, work. Then that time you're not going to stay home too much to argue with your parents back and forth. When you're working, 21 years old, you're in school and you work, or maybe you just work. That time, give your parents money. I guarantee you, once you give them some money, you're not going to fight too much with them, they're not going to fight too much with you. Yes? And be busy. Don't be busy with them. You understand? They are looking at you as their child. And according to which age they like you to be, that's where they're going to put you. You don't look at yourself as that child. You look at yourself as a person who is growing exponentially. Today you're 20. By the time I'm 25, I'm going to be like this. 35, 45. You have no idea what's going to happen. But you feel that you can fill up this whole universe. Now there is a problem now. Then there is a conflict. So once you try to become a little bit more independent like that, and more hardworking, and helping your parents, then Shaitan and your ego is not going to have such a firm hold on you. You're going to find ways to be able to be patient. Because with fulfilling your responsibility, especially financially, that gives you spiritual power. That gives you spiritual power. When you don't fulfill, then your spirit is uneasy. When it's uneasy, then it's very easy for someone just to poke you a little bit, for you to just poke you a little bit. When you are nice and easy because you fulfill your responsibilities, someone can smack you, say, it doesn't matter. The power comes with you. May it be easy, inshallah rahman. You must try. And you must try to be more with our murids, inshallah. They will teach you how to be concerned with other things. You are concerned with your parents and you're fighting, this is one thing. Maybe in the scheme of things, it is not the most important thing. But to you, it is very important. But when you start mixing around with other people who think about other things, who are busy with other things, then you start looking, oh, actually my concerns are not that big. They're not the only things to be concerned about. Then that time you also become bigger. Inshallah, keep in touch with those ones who are in this way. Okay, talk to them, talk to us. Slowly. Pray, of course, ask. Ask Allah always to forgive you. This is only the first step. This is the first conversation. There are so many things that you have to do. Because people who do wrong, all of us, we do wrong. But that wrong, it is so many layers to that wrong. It's not just one wrong that you say, I can take it out. There's another one that comes below that, another one that comes below that. So slowly it takes time, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amen.